What's up? Shout out to you guys. Shout out to the other gang. Alex O Crypto here. Shout out if you're new. Welcome to the show. Live at 5 every weekday. And then on the weekends we go live. But that's random because we like to sleep in. So. We got some data coming out. 5 a.m. Sydney time. I don't know what it is for you guys. You better check your calendars because we got some data, however you say it, wherever you're from. We got this beautiful interest rate decision coming in. Whew. Are you guys ready to rock? What's up, Nick? Shout out to you. Otter Gang in the house. Nick Musgrave, always here. Thank you so much for being here. If you want me to look at any alts, brother, just throw them in the chat. We will get to those things for sure. Helping you guys try to be profitable, try to find levels. And you know what? Not much has changed since yesterday. Not much has changed. Okay, end of the stream. Bye. No, I'm joking. Okay. We are cooling down and preparing for the news. So we can see that we've had this level here. We were given this little area that we could have traded yesterday. And we said if we come up to these highs, look to short it. And guess what? It did come up to the highs and we could have shorted it. So there are a lot of opportunities. We just got to be ready. And we'll add Solana to the chart. No problem, Nick. We will look at Solana, have a look at that because alts aren't moving as much as Bitcoin. But tomorrow, if we do get 0.25 basis points or 0.000, we could be looking for some upside here, and we could be preparing for that right now. Now we have this 28.8 level above us that's holding us down. It's a big level of resistance. And then we have the 25.2 below us as well that's holding us up that we finally cracked through and has been for quite a bit. So we've been up ever since the 13th of March. So it's been nice. It was the birthday pump. If you weren't here, we sing happy birthday. It was my birthday. I went skydiving, and unlike Bitcoin, I dropped and the price went up. So we will be watching the price very closely tomorrow when the interest rate is decided to see the reaction on prices because we know that the banks are failing. We know that the American dollar might be printing, which is kind of bullish but kind of bearish all at the same time for the markets. So there's very much a mixed signal. If banks are failing, then people are hiding their Bitcoin or hiding their dollars in Bitcoin. You can see Bitcoin dominance. Now, this is astronomical. Sorry, let me have some coffee. I just got home from work. I'm a carpenter by trade. Been working, also sick recently. So we are still out here no matter what, giving you guys the setups so that you guys can be profitable. We come live every single day so that we can help you guys find these levels. And look, Bitcoin dominance hasn't been this high since June. Okay? And the peaks, right? So we can see how much money is coming into Bitcoin. May not be the alts over here, but Bitcoin is absolutely dominating in these markets, right? We can see that people are taking their money and putting it into Bitcoin. Very, very bullish for Bitcoin. Now, we have the CME gaps here that we've shared on this market multiple times on this chart. But we can see that we came up and we have filled the CME like the jelly-filled donut. You know, when you get all the jelly in the donut, you're very happy. But if you don't get all the jelly, then you're not so happy. So we can see we've come up, we've filled this. So I'm going to take this off of my charts. Now, I can say that I'm pretty satisfied with that jelly filling in my donut. So we can take this off of the charts and know that we've filled this. We've come up and we've touched it. Now we're at this key level. Now we'll keep a little box here just to be sure, but I don't think there's much more to be filling here, even though we probably are heading to the upside tomorrow, right? Don't forget, though, we do have this key level at 21,145 below us. That is a gap below us as well. So what we're going to do right now is we're going to go down from the 5-day all the way down and check out Market Cipher like we always do here so we can get a better understanding of where we are headed. Okay, so the key things to remember that we talk about, this 25.2, it was constant support for us, holding us up, right? And now we have this 28.8 level, right? Look, you can see throughout that this has been respected. It is a key level of resistance. We're going to need volume in order to come up here and flip it to support, right? So we're going to need some sort of mega pumpage to come up here and flip this to support in order to head higher, right? What's up, Ace in the house? Thank you so much for being here. My two guys, how are we doing? Always in the Discord. If you aren't part of our Discord, free Discord in the description below, make sure to join us. We're always in there giving our setups, giving our TA, constantly trying to help each other. Just have a second look, third look, fourth look at our TA and our thoughts and how we can possibly profit from these markets. So when we go into this, we can see that on the 5-day, there is a push to the upside here. We are extremely overbought on most of these high term time levels. You can see the RSI is way up here. We are in the green and we are starting to push up on the momentum waves. We will be looking for this bearish divergence to play out on these time frames, but we can see we're extremely overbought on all these time frames. But we are watching to see if this bearish divergence does play out, because you can clearly see that we are making higher highs on the price and lower lows on the momentum, which is a big bearish divergence. So we definitely are watching that. But with all this Bitcoin dominance and all this FUD in the markets of people uncertain about where to put their money, the US bank collapse, all these things with inflation, and we got the inflation coming out tomorrow. Well, Bitcoin has been thriving because this is basically what it's been designed for, right? So we're going to keep an eye here for this bear div and see if it's going to play out. But right now, it's looking extremely oversold. It's looking to curl over, but that doesn't mean we can't curl up and then back down. A healthy retracement would be nice in order to continue upwards. But like I said, with all the news and things going on in the market, right now, Bitcoin is just dominating, right? So let's be patient. Let's practice good risk management. And let's prepare for tomorrow. So how are we going to prepare for tomorrow? Well, too blessed to be stressed, says Nick Musgrave. That's awesome. Hope you're doing well, Nick, man. That's awesome. Blessed to be stressed. Aren't we all? Aren't we all? What a time to be thriving and alive, and Bitcoin's pumping. So how can we complain, right? So that bear div is so fat, especially on the daily time frame. I know, my man. We got to be patient here, because if anything, if we do get a retracement down off this 25.2, look for it to hold support and pop us higher, right? We can be looking at these levels too, because we do have these highs as well, right? Which are 25.2. So be very cautious here on how you look to play these. We do have a low here above here. So how are we going to set ourselves up? Well, we look over at the dollar. Let's look at the dollar quickly, and we can see that we have come below this $3.7 area. So we have come up on a clear trend, and now we've pumped up. We've tried to hold this as support, and we're back into this area, which to me means very bullishness, very much of a bullish sign for Bitcoin. Yes, we could continue upwards here. We can pull a fib from the bottom to the top here. But if this continues downwards, like I expect, if we do get a bullish signal tomorrow on the FO or on the interest rate, then we can look to come down and maybe continue higher. This movement down, obviously, is bullish for Bitcoin. If the dollar is weakening, people are taking their money out of the dollar and putting it into risk assets. Felix in the chat with the wrench, being on fire today. Phil, you're always on fire. We have some bad days. We have some good days. Shout out to you. One of the moderators in the Discord and online. So thank you so much for being here, Felix. Always keeping the peace. Always doing a great job and helping me out. I appreciate you so much, my man. Thank you for being here, and thank you for being part of this community, man. So As you we can see the S&P has had a push up, and now it's had a retracement down, and it's come below this key trend line here that has been respected. Okay, so we're gonna watch the S&P for a reaction and see if it can continue upwards from here. Right, we have had this key level at 4,071 that has been a key level of support and resistance, and it's held us down multiple times here. You can see that it is definitely a key level throughout these charts. So we're going to watch the S&P. Can we get a push higher off of this trend line now that we've come out from below the trend line, right? So we need to be very cautious here because we are unsure what Mr. Jerome Powell will do. They've printed money. We know this. They have bailed out these banks. Where they've gotten the money from, who knows? But with these guys, they can make money out of thin air, and we need to protect ourselves in these upcoming days, right? So look for the S&P to continue upwards. Look for it to have possibly a rejection from this level down over here at 4,020. Because you can see there's multiple touches here at 4,022. So we have a couple of areas that we need to get above in order to continue bullish with Bitcoin, right? And look at that. Ace. A beautiful head and shoulders. Can we see a beautiful head and shoulders here? That would be interesting. However you want to draw it, it is going to be ugly. Maybe you're thinking this one here. I'm not sure, man. That's like Etch-a-Sketch. Shout out. Don't forget to smash the like button and subscribe to the channel, especially if you had an Etch-a-Sketch as a kid. And then you'd spend all that time drawing with those stupid knobs, and then all of a sudden someone come up and hit it and it would be erased. Annoying. So those are things to watch. Dixie, look for it to work downwards. S&P looking for it to continue upwards to this 4,000 key level here, where it's currently just underneath $50 underneath the S&P is of the $4,000 mark. Look for the dollar to range around below this $3, and if it's staying within this area between 102.5 and 103.5, we know that it's going to be bullish for Bitcoin. So be cautious of that, especially when we get the news tomorrow. Now, how are we going to trade Bitcoin? So let's go in through the times and look at what we got. So we got overbought on almost everything on the stochastics, and we have come up and we are curling over with mixed signals. That's what we have. But we have news coming. So it's almost like it's been preparing, right? It's come up. It's gone sideways. It's come up. It's gone sideways. It's come up to a key level of resistance. Now it's hovering, right? So what is this telling me? This is telling me that there's a clearly defined vicious uptrend, right? Very vicious, very, very intense, because this has come ever since the 12th of March, okay? That's only less than 10 days, right? So this is violent, right? Should we see a retracement and then a continue upwards? That would be healthy. But right now, the way the markets are looking, I look to be more bullish. I'm not going to go against this trend. It's very, very much a super strong, powerful trend. Like the last video we made was about this being a weekly God candle. If we go to the weekly, we look at this candle. This is immense, right? This is immense. And yes, we can have a little bit of a retracement here, but I expect a continuation upwards, trying to take this key level out of 30K, 28K, right? This is the box that we want to get into, right? That's a horrible box I just drew, but we're trying here, okay? So let's go back into the levels here. We can see overbought, curling over, right? Multiple signals, bearish divergence on the higher term time frames, right? Very much setting up for a move here, setting up for tomorrow, and we won't know what happens until tomorrow happens, right? We can see that we have a bit of a symmetrical triangle here, which to me, if it's in an uptrend, it's trying to go to the upside. So we need to be cautious of that and set ourselves up for a possible swing failure to the bottom to grab liquidity and shoot ourselves up. So tomorrow, when this data, however you say it, is released, for me, there's always two moves with this news stuff. The first move is always right here. Either it fakes upwards and then it drops downwards, or it gets everybody bearish where it kind of goes up and then it drops, and then liquidity grab and then to the moon. Okay, so there's always two moves, right? So if you are trading these moves, I expect extreme volatility tomorrow, but I expect two moves, one possible to the downside where we'll be looking to long, and then a shot upwards. Now, where will I be looking for these longs? Well, I'll be looking at the bottom of this range first of all, and if we do get quite a serious push down, I'll be looking at the 25-2 area. Now let's go into the short-term time frames, but I also wanted to mention that we have money flow. Now, we didn't look too hard at money flow today because money flow has come up from the red into the green and now is continuing in the green. Now, has this happened on the higher term time frames? Not as of yet. If we do get this pump upwards, though, I do believe that money flow will cross over into the green on these higher term time frames from 16 hours to the daily, right? And look for it to continue in the green. So very much setting up for some bullish price action. Now we go into the hour. Now I know Felix has been extracting these profits. Oh no, TRD Farmer in the chat. Oh no, I'm late. I'm glad you made it today, my man. I'm glad you made it. My man from Winnipeg, Canada, Winterpeg. You know what? I hope you're not a Jets fan because I'm definitely a Leafs fan and we might have a little bit of beef going on. But look for, look at this golden pocket retracement, symmetrical triangle printing right now. So there's multiple signals, but you can see that volume has probably come out of the markets and we're looking to continue sideways until the meeting tomorrow, right? You can see volume is on a clear decline. We are symmetrical triangling, if that's a word, right? Which is very much looking to continue sideways for now. Very, very hard to trade. Whoa, buddy. Cool your jets. He's a Leafs fan, possibly. Possibly. We'll see. As long as you're not a Bruins fan, which is Boston Bruins, if you're not aware, we're all right. Mr. Felix is using the 10 and the 22. You and your 22-minute time frame. See, if we go into here, we have the 22-minute time frame just for Felix because this is where he lives. Whew. Well, there's been lots of trades, right? If you're scalping like me and Felix normally aren't, there's lots of trades, especially because it's been bouncing off of this key level up top. You know, very, very lucrative scalp trades with a bit of leverage. You can make some nice dollars off of this stuff. We are getting a blood diamond on the 22, looking to continue downwards. Can we get below this low here? Possibly look for a long entry, right? We can pull a fibs from the bottom of this to the top of here, and we can see we've been bouncing off the golden pocket. Let's look for a further retracement down to the 786 and then a continuation upwards in the short term, right? Amazing, amazing, amazing. 22 is my time frame, he says. Well, there we go. We better just name it the Felix time frame, the 22. From now on, we will say, let's go over to the Felix time frame. We're just going to have to put it in our favorites. Look at that. You've been added to our favorites. The Felix time frame is now on the charts. Don't mess with it. It's on. It's ready. We're not putting the 10 on, though. We're not putting the 10. We refrain from that. Okay? We'll go to the 9-minute. So let's watch Bitcoin and see how it reacts. Okay? We have a low of the range here at 26,500, right? Right here, 26,500. Then we have this top of the range around 28,400. But For me, the key levels right now are 25.2 and 28.8. Okay, those are my key levels. We're gonna watch them and see how price reacts. Now, we can pull some alternate levels if you guys would like, in order to find confluence throughout. But if we are going to drop, we're looking for a bounce with somewhere in between here. It's hard to say because with here we have not a lot of information with the volume. We have some fibs, we have some key levels of support and resistance, but for me, I would not be looking for anything in between besides the 25.2 and the 28.5. If we are going to scalp it, please make sure to use good risk management. I'd be looking tomorrow for a long position. That would be my thinking, is that with all this pumping, we are going to continue upwards. That would be the way I'm leaning. I'm not saying this is not financial advice, but it's not the way I am leaning bullish for the short term for now. Okay? So that's my thoughts on Bitcoin. We're going to go over to Solana real quick for my friend Nick, because Nick Musgrave, always in the Discord, always helping out. Much appreciation. The guy always comments on the videos, man. Like, out of all the Otter gang, Nick Musgrave is always on the comments in the videos, man. So I appreciate you. Thank you so much for your support. I truly, truly appreciate you. Okay, so where's my Solana here? I have it somewhere. There it is. Whew. I'm going to see some old levels here. Frankie loves the 22 also. What's special about that time frame, though? Well, maybe it's just a super trader califragilistic level. Who knows? So going over to Solana, we can see that we've popped up to this level. We are currently at, we're below the point of control here. So I'd be looking for Solana to work its way back down to $20.74. Okay, so there's a clearly defined range here. Actually, let's bring this up a little bit to these lows here. I'd be looking around $21 at these lows here, because you can see the very big volume spike right here. Yeah, there is the value area low, but you can see the big volume spike here, so I would adjust to there. I'd also pull a fib from the bottom of this range to the top of this range, and we can see that the 0.5 and the golden pocket are there, but I'd be mostly looking at that $21 zone for a long for tomorrow. And if we are going to continue upwards, we need to break through this point of control. You can see how well this point of control has been respected. So make sure to mark that out on your chart as well at 23.28, and that should be in your area of where you're looking to trade. Soul short 23.36, just wanting to know, should I hold? I would hold off. We're looking to break on these levels here. So if we zoom into the soul and we look at these levels, we can see that we're looking for this trend line right here to be broken, right? So you can see this trend line here. We're looking for it to roll over and maybe continue downwards, right? So in this smaller range, we can pull a volume profile from here to here. We can look here. We're at the point of control. We're currently bouncing off of it. We're probably at a golden pocket as well. If we pull this to the top of this one here, yes, we are. So I'd be definitely looking for it to roll over. You can see it had a heavy push down. It's trying to retrace. It's bounced off the value area high, and now it's continuing downwards, right? You got a reversal triangle here, which is pretty strong. On the 1 hour, you got a red X, or on the 45 you do. Red X, red X. Yeah, I'd be definitely looking for it to curl over. You can see that this level is holding it down. So I'd be definitely watching for it to possibly come up a little bit right here and then curl back down. That's what I'd be looking for Solana right now. You can see it is bouncing off the VWAP as well. So just keep an eye on that. But I would definitely be looking for it to break these lows right here and continue downwards. You're looking for a lower low, right? If not, pay yourself early and let the trade ride, right? That's what we talk about here. Lucky time frames. Lucky time frames. So going over to Bitcoin, we're waiting for that news, right? So make sure you have the um economic calendar or the Forex one. You can set your time zone over here. If you're in the UK, very nice. Look at that. If you're in the UK, it's just like, okay, it's at 6 p.m. Very simple to trade. But if you're over in Australia, I mean, it's Thursday, 5 a.m. Like, come on. So basically, I'm going to be streaming tomorrow and then giving you guys the highlights. So this is almost like a full day in advance. Wow. So that's life in Australia. We have mixed time frames. We miss moves, but guess what? You miss moves anywhere you live. That's why you put on the sessions app or indicator, not app, indicator, and add that to your charts and trade a specific area. Hope you're all doing well. I'm not feeling very well today, so this is going to be a short stream. I've been under the weather the past couple days. I barely made it through work today. I was considering taking tomorrow off, but you know what? We crack on. We won't miss the live stream, though. We will be here no matter what. No matter what. Render. Look at this guy. He's giving me more work. 131.31. You entered along here. But guys, who else is so excited about this bull market coming? It is not officially started already. I remember the last one. I didn't know any TA was just spending, and by the next day, money is back. Until I woke up in the morning and was broke. Sorry, buddy. It's all that fresh air from skydiving. Yeah, man. The following one, let's go, Otter Gang. Shout out to you guys, man. You guys are hilarious. Not letting me escape that easy. That's all right. Keeping me honest, keeping me on my toes. Looking for a bounce here. We'll put the pump music on for you, Nick. Only for you. Pump it. Key level. I already had this key level marked out on my chart. See? Look at that. Look at if you had my level, you would have gotten an even better entry. I'm just kidding, man. Good job. Let's pump it for Nick. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe if you haven't already. We just came out with a Market Cipher B tutorial video, kind of how I use it. We're out here always trying to help. Got a mindset one coming out tomorrow. I think it's a good one. Help us manage our mind while trading. You know, it's never easy. Right now, Bitcoin's going to do its thing. It's dominating. Look at this dominance, man. Bitcoin dominance is through the charts. Look at this. You want to talk about God candles? Look at this thing. Imagine. Magic, man. Magic. So, you know, when all else fails, buy more Bitcoin, right? Hopefully. I would like to buy more Bitcoin at a cheaper price. If I'm going to be honest, I would like it to go down to 12K so I can grab like 5 of them. But we'll have to wait. We'll have to wait and see what happens here with the price. Because obviously, people are losing their faith in the banks. People are withdrawing their funds. And they need to park it somewhere. And Bitcoin, as of year to date, it's up 50% compared to everything else. I think Bitcoin's winning, right? So whoever has been buying Bitcoin is winning. And you guys are winning because you guys are here with the TA looking at all this stuff, right? So we're always winning. We're always looking to trade, to profit. Look for possible pump on Matic coming. We're coming down to this $0.07 level, $0.08 level. That could be a nice area for Matic to bounce off of. Back up. We got some key levels of resistance above it. Ethereum, April 12th. Remember, it's coming. Look for this level to hold for Ethereum. Make sure to have these marked out on your charts, right? 1720. Key level of support now. It's flipped it. So we're definitely going to be watching these, but tomorrow we'll wait for the fireworks. We'll be in the Discord, so don't forget to join us in the Discord. Winner, winner, chicken dinner, high fives all around. Great community. I really appreciate your guys' support. We'll see you guys tomorrow. We'll be all excited for this beautiful pump slash dump slash volatility in the markets. And we will be ready and we will be prepared for the first move, the fake out, and then the actual move, right? And we'll be watching the S&P and the Dixie for confluence in our trades, and we'll be watching Market Cipher because we like it, and I like you guys. So thank you so much for joining me. Thank you so much for being here. Shout out to every single one of you. God bless you. Much love. Stay safe out there. Practice good risk management, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace. Mrs. Otter, what's for dinner? Big fat salad. That sounds utterly delicious. Nick just snagged another trade, by the way. 18%. Look at him go. Superstar. Legend. We love you. Bye.